it's like tag team back again.
Back again. That's right. Like the old school rap duo.
That's right.
That's us. Man, it feels like we've been gone forever and a day.
I know, and if it feels like that to us, I can just imagine what it feels like to the homies.
Oh my God! Well, I've been trying to feed them constant clips, so at least there's always something of us out there.
I forget which platform it was on, but somebody was like, "I can't believe you guys ranked Agatha so high in our Phase 5 review." I was like, "Yeah, what if you listen to the episode? Us too, like." Yeah, we also were like...
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean... Yeah, like... Did we think we were going to do that like 2.5 years ago? No.
Absolutely not. We thought it was going to be like number 14 or 15.
Right. And here we are, Don't be mad at us. You take that up with Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, how dare they make the show good?
Right.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Should have made it like a Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, at that point, that's just on Marvel,
If we expect to hate it, when it comes out, it should be bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the philosophy.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I brought some show and tell today.
Ooh, we love show and tell.
Yeah, I have here. This is for real hot off the presses. Oh. This is the very first hardcover of Absolute Batman. I'm too impatient to wait for the Omni. But I also don't want to buy the floppy comics as they come out. Not that I could if I wanted to.
It's crazy because, like, obviously, like I'm an omnibus collector, but I think that is the best format. If you're looking like at the overall reading efficiency and cost efficiency, that's the best way to collect.
Yeah,
which isn't like either trade paperback or hardcovers like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab this. I mean, this was not crazy. I think this is like $20-25.
Yeah,
and I mean the floppies would have cost me that much.
Yeah, and
so.
As a matter of fact, I mean, obviously we'll talk more about Dragon Con here in a couple days.
We will.
But Scott Snyder, his booth, he had those at his booth as well as like floppies and in various trade paperbacks, and I was like, man, because I would have bought this at his booth because he was selling this hardcover which has issues 1 through 6 of Absolute Batman.
Yep.
He was selling it though for $50, but with that you get his autograph.
Right.
But he wasn't at his booth on Friday.
Yeah, I would have gone. I would have gone in on that too. Also because I was looking for this.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't until after his panel that I was really looking for it. Like I was going to read it anyway, but I really do think after we get done with Doomsday Clock, somewhere in the near future, we should review this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I said
no. I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
It's just you didn't laugh, and I didn't know if you understood it.
Yeah, I missed you too, pal. It's been a minute. We actually saw each other more. We'll talk about Dragon Con at length in our Dragon Con review next week, but we saw each other more here, like during the week, than we did at Dragon Con.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. It's kind of like the opposite of like. So I have people that live near here that I'm friends with that I only see at conventions, and we like hang out at conventions. And then like so we did the opposite of that. We like went to the con together and barely saw each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has me really excited to crack it open once I'm done with Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun read.
Yeah. So not to spoil the Dragon Con review at all, but there was a couple of like big highlights of the con from me, and like Scott Snyder's panel was absolutely one of them. I was kind of iffy on him going into this because like the Batman Who Laughs and stuff like that is not like the really like like just kind of super grimy metal stuff. It's typically not my thing, but I mean Court of Owls very much is.
Yeah.
And I think everybody loves Absolute Batman. I think it's the stuff in between those two things where people are like,
Yeah, he went a little off the rails, with the Dark Knight metal stuff.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, not to spoil our thought. We can't spoil anything that Scott didn't spoil in that panel.
So I'm going to tell you guys, on the Dragon Con review, we are going to have a spoiler section.
Yeah.
Where we just are kind of like, listen, if you don't want to be spoiled for Absolute, just tune out for a bit because holy fuck, Scott Snyder spoiled like the next 20 issues and then beyond.
Yeah.
And you know, the first spoiler that he dropped, I was like, well, I won't forget that because, you know, it's about. And then when he dropped the second one, I was like, damn, man, the moderator really, you know, should be
right
about this point, you know. I feel like James Gunn just suddenly felt sick somewhere, you know. And then once he started dropping the third spoiler, I got out my phone and just started taking notes.
And he just didn't stop.
Yeah, I have about 7 or 8 things.
And it got to the point where at one point Scott was like, I really can't answer that question, guys. That's a little too spoilery, but whatever. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. It was bonkers. I mean, somebody would come up in the line and they'd be like, "Hey, I really think that this character, you know, this is my favorite character, and I would love to see like the absolute version of them." And Scott would be like, "Oh, don't worry, dog. They're coming in at issue whatever." And you're just like, "What the fuck?"
Right.
Whereas like somebody else, you know, probably would have been like, well, you know, maybe we'll see them, you know, maybe." But no, Scott just is like, nah, they're in this issue on this page.
Yeah.
It's coming. The other thing is you got to go to you inadvertently got to show up at the Cosmere photo shoot.
Yes.
How was that? Was it kind of like what you were expecting? Was there more people there than you thought would be there? Less?
I expected there to be a pretty sizable crowd there, and there was. The Cosmere nerdom continues to grow, and it is infectious. And there are a lot of really cool cosplays, a lot of which I didn't understand yet. But it was really cool though to see just like you know, like all the effort that went into those cosplays and all the people that turned up for that. And you know, even like the homie Kevin, he's the one person in our group who I am assuredly farther along in the Cosmere than.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah.
Yeah, let me have my win.
Yeah, just barely. But both him and the homie Brendan had some amazing Era 1 cosplays. For those of you who may have read along or tuned in for our Mistborn review, they cosplayed. Kevin was Hero of Ages Spook, and Brendan was Breeze from Mistborn, and like both of their cosplays were just. I mean, I figured that Kevin's was going to go hard anyway, but I was really shocked with how good Brendan's was.
Yeah, I was pretty taken aback. I mean, all you guys killed it though. The reason that I brought up Kevin is because I was with him afterwards. We went to like another panel, and there were a couple of people on the way who stopped him and said, "Hey, Spook."
Yeah,
and they're like, it's one thing like if we were at like the Cosmere you know, photo shoot for people to be like, "Oh yeah, that's Spook," but just out and about, for them to get it like that was pretty impressive.
And he was worried that he didn't have the dueling canes.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, dog. Like, there's only like 2 people that wear that headband, and you're clearly not Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
So
you are not any kind of medieval Matt Murdock. So therefore, yeah."
Well, I'll tell you too. I went to 2 Cosmere-oriented panels, and there was like a line that outside that didn't make it in both of them. So, and one of them was at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's right.
So
yeah, it is growing at an impressive rate, which is also what she said.
Well, before we get into our subject matter tonight, we have to address the big news in comic books.
Oh yeah.
James Gunn just the other day, just out of nowhere. Well, technically James Gunn, David Corenswet, and Nicholas Hoult all dropped some art of Superman and Lex, and they announced the next movie is going to be called Man of Tomorrow. It's coming out in 2027. Suck it, Matt Reeves. It's probably going to come out before Batman 2 at this point.
I mean, it will by a few months. Batman Part 2 is slated to come out. I'm assuming he's going to make it October 2027.
Sure. Yeah, I believe you. Have they shot a single frame of that movie?
No, I think shooting doesn't start until April.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, anyway, this is the big news, and like the art that they dropped kind of insinuated two things. Number one, that we are going to see Lex in his suit,
battle suit,
his battle suit, and also that maybe, at least for part of the movie, Clark and Lex might team up.
That would be interesting, right? So there's a few question marks surrounding Man of Tomorrow.
Right.
So one, and this is something that James Gunn did clear up, and that is this is a movie that is a sequel within the DCU, but it is not a direct sequel to 2025 Superman.
Yeah, it's not Superman 2.
Yeah. But it will, at least to some degree, heavily feature Superman and Lex Luthor. We don't know yet if Supergirl's going to be in it or if any other, Kryptonian-based character is going to be in it.
I really would hope so. Mm-hmm. Like, I would absolutely hope that Kara, is going to be in it.
I guess the thing of it is this like, what in the fuck requires two Kryptonians?
Yeah, and Lex Luthor.
And Lex Luthor, yeah.
In the battlesuit. Yeah. Yeah, what is it that he is there to offer if you have two Kryptonians on the board?
Yeah. So there's definitely that. We don't know exactly what this movie is supposed to be.
Unless, they do some crazy shit where, Brainiac gets a hold of some red kryptonite or something.
Oh, my gosh.
And, maybe Kara is the villain.
Oh.
That would be insane. I don't think they would do it, but it would be interesting to have, Brainiac and a Kryptonian versus Lex and Clark. You got the brain and the brawn.
Yeah. Oh, man, that would be... that would be pretty extravagant.
Which, knowing the part in Doomsday Clock, because I've been reading Doomsday Clock, because we're going to review it soon, where, Ozymandias shows up and, explains his whole plan, and Lex is like, you're a fucking idiot.
And you're the smartest man on your planet, huh?
He's like, I'd hate to meet the dumbest. Holy shit.
I'm very excited though that we're getting this movie, this Man of Tomorrow. 2027 is looking, because it's funny, right? Because 2026 is going to be a pretty extravagant year in terms of big movies. But if we're just talking about comic book movies, 2027 is shaping up to be a benchmark year.
Yeah, because we're going to have Man of Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We're going to have Secret Wars, supposedly. Mm-hmm. And possibly a Black Panther 3.
Oh.
So, I've been hearing that thrown around, that they've got that on the slate. So they're supposed to have one in the movie.
I'm just trying to figure out how I feel about Black Panther 3 being before Secret Wars.
Yeah, same. Because, obviously the hope from everybody was that they were going to use Secret Wars to bring in a new T'Challa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm not opposed to another Shuri-led movie leading up to that. Mm-hmm. It would be interesting if they do the Battle World thing and it takes place back on Earth. Or, there's always the option. They did a whole arc in the comics where they were all in the Battle Worlds. I don't know how they make it work in the movies, but, who's to say that Black Panther 3 couldn't be starring our new T'Challa on a Battle World,
there have been rumblings about who the new T'Challa could be. Damson Idris is a name who's been thrown around. I know him most from being in a show called Snowfall. Great show, and he was tremendous in it.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm worried about is that, there were a few things that I did not like about Black Panther 2.
Yeah, me as well.
And for me, the post-credit scene was, one of the most just infuriating, biggest, what the fuck, how, we're just going to shoehorn this in here, huh?
Yeah.
And I just pray it's not an adult version of Baby T'Challa Jr.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I really would not like that. I would rather they just let M'Baku take up the crown.
I agree, actually. Yeah, I would prefer that than
because he's awesome.
Oh yeah.
He's got the charisma. Mm-hmm. He's a huge motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fucking kaiju Black Panther, basically.
All right. Oh man. But also in 2027, So again, like with all of these, you can put asterisks next to all of these movies, not
Yeah.
because it's the Thunderbolts, but because, like there's a chance that all of these movies could be pushed back one way or another.
Yeah.
But like you said, Secret Wars, Man of Tomorrow, the Batman Part 2, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So far.
You can put like 6 asterisks next to that shit. What's crazy is like it. I think the last one came out 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Absolutely bonkers. Mm-hmm. And it was a cliffhanger too.
It was
a huge fucking cliffhanger.
The way that movie ended, I just knew that they were wrapping up production on Part 3.
Yeah.
I was wrong on that.
Yeah, if you're gonna do some shit like that, you got to have something already planned.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, this goes without saying, but you shouldn't do any kind of super hardcore cliffhanger like that, and you literally have nothing.
Yeah. They don't got a script. They don't got a plan. Who even knows if they can get the cast back, you know?
Oh, my gosh.
It's been so long. But, I mean, we're used to Sony fucking up everything. I don't know if we got a chance to talk about this at the con, but, you know, one of the big, you know, kind of pop culture hits of 2025 is K-pop Demon Hunters. And while it's not necessarily my thing, I like some K-pop. I think it's very catchy. I think it's a well-done movie. But it's undoubtedly, regardless of how you feel about the movie, it's undoubtedly a huge Sony fuck-up. Because Sony didn't want to put it out because they didn't think it was going to make any money. So they sold it to Netflix for like $20 million. And then Netflix was like, LOL, and they put it on Netflix, and it became like the most streamed thing of 2025.
Yeah.
But before Stranger Things comes out, admittedly, because, you know.
Right.
Then Netflix was like, dang, people really like this. So they released it in theaters, and it was like #1 in the charts. They made back more money than they sold it to Sony in one day of it being at the box office.
Damn.
And like, Sony could have skipped all of this. Mm-hmm. Sony could have just put the movie out. They probably would have made a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
Because when Netflix put it in theaters, it had been on Netflix.
Right. And they still made that amount of money.
Yeah. They're literally doing sing-along showings of it.
Wow.
Where like, it's just the music and the words pop up on the screen and shit.
Now this is not to give Sony any kind of slack, because this was a dumbass move that they made for sure.
Yeah.
But I have to wonder, maybe there was one somewhat intelligent person on the team who said, well, yeah, if we sell this thing to Netflix, like there is a chance that they could do this, that, and the third. But if we try to do it ourselves, we're going to have to spend X amount of money in marketing. Yeah. Who knows if we break even that way.
And they probably would have fucked it up because it's Sony. But it's just hilarious to me that like Netflix put it out and then put it in theaters while it was still streaming on Netflix and still made a ton of money. I mean, Sony, if they released it in theaters, it probably could have made even more. Then again, you know, in their defense, to go along with what you were saying, who knows if it would have had so much traction if it weren't right there on the front page of Netflix. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's hundreds of millions of viewers.
Yeah. That
they don't have to spend any marketing. You just put it there on the front screen, and somebody goes, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" And then there it is. But I mean, for people to like be able to watch it at home for free and still go to the theater and see it, huge testament to both that and the same thing with Superman. Mm-hmm. Superman made a couple, I think another 20 million in the theaters after it was already out on streaming.
Oh, nice.
So,
yeah, I mean, the theater experience does not have to be dead. Like, for example, out of all of the amazing movies coming out next year, because there are some amazing movies coming out next year, I'll be honest, man, arguably the one I'm the most like anticipating is The Odyssey.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, you can't not see that in the theater. You have to be in a theater if you're going to watch that movie for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, anything that Christopher Nolan makes, 100% that it was designed to be seen in a movie theater.
Yeah. Because
he's just so invested in that experience. I don't want to give James Cameron any credit, but like, if you want to go watch the same goddamn movie for the third time and watch Avatar 3, if you watch it in the theater, it's going to be like a 2-3 hour theme park ride. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed that shit. the first time. I mean, not gonna lie. Like, if you go see that shit in IMAX, 3D or whatever, it is a visual spectacle. Like, there's no denying that. Anybody that says otherwise on the visual spectacle, they're just being a fucking hater for no reason. However, like, the storyline being trash, I can talk to you about that all day because it's just fucking Ferngully over and over and over again. But, from the theater experience is excellent, I think.
Yeah.
But not from really like a literary sense, you know what I mean? It's all like, Fast and the Furious. Like, turn your brain off, melt into your chair, eat some popcorn. I think that there's just so much of that that's lost on home streaming. And it's interesting, man, to look at like how much like box offices have fallen off. But, also like the studios have done it to themselves, as we've talked about.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's definitely the aspect of streaming services playing a huge part in like the decline of theaters and box offices. But hell, a lot of these major corporations own the studios and own the streaming services. So I mean, it's kind of like cannibalizing your own self at that point. But yeah, the theater experience, like you said, it doesn't have to be dead or declining because people are always going to go out and want to see good movies. Like, I've been meaning to see Weapons for damn near a month now. Just haven't had the time to do it. Yeah. And like, I was at 2 different panels, maybe even 3 different panels where like panelists have mentioned, have you guys seen Weapons yet? Because Scott Snyder mentioned it. One of the lovely ladies at the boys panels mentioned it, and it was somebody else. But it was just so ironic because I was talking to someone, maybe Dylan or the homie Kevin, about it, and I was like, man, have you guys seen Weapon yet? But no, like the theater experience doesn't have to be dead. It just has to be something that's worth people's time and money.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think there's so many factors that go into like the decline of the box office. And I was looking at some like year-over-year numbers, and I mean, it is rough from 2019 to now. It's like a steady drop-off. And I mean, granted, we all know that 2019's box office was incredibly ballooned by Endgame, right? Obviously. I mean, $2 billion, and some change. And if you look at that compared to, post-pandemic, obviously that changed a lot of things. But one of the things about that is it kind of exponentially makes itself worse because as the theaters make less money, the theaters invest in themselves less, which means over time your theater gets run down. It's not as good of an experience. You go there and like the lines are longer. There's not as many people working. The selection of snacks isn't as good. They got the same IMAX screen they've had since 2014. That's not aiming that at any specific theater, here locally directly. But if I were, then, a point could be made. And, I mean, you combine all that together, right? And it just contributes to that decline where, people don't go to the theater, so the theaters aren't reinvesting in themselves. So then more people don't want to go to the theater, and it just goes on and on. And eventually, you also got the fact that TVs are the one thing throughout our lifetime that's gotten cheaper.
Yeah.
Everything else has got more expensive except the TV. I can remember when a 75-inch flat screen would cost you like your mortgage for the year.
Oh, for sure.
Now you can pick that shit up for like $500.
Yeah. Bro, like, we're not old enough to have owned them, but we are old enough to like have known people who have owned them. But like, do you remember like the old school big screen TVs?
The floor model?
Yes.
Yeah. I had one.
Oh, okay.
Not like me personally, but we had one at my house.
Yeah. My aunt and uncle, they had one at their house. And I mean, like, that's just damn near a permanent fixture of the home once you get it.
Yeah.
It's because it was a massive fucking unit of a TV.
Yeah. And it weighed like a piano. It was like moving a piano.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever owned an OLED though, we've kind of come full circle on that because you can move that, but you shouldn't. You're not going to want to.
Yeah. Yeah. The only reason I bring those up is because those things were crazy expensive too.
Yeah. I can remember when like flat screen HD TVs first came out. I paid for a 720p 32-inch. I paid like $1,100.
God damn.
And like now that just seems hilarious because like
Bruh.
I got computer monitors that are better than that I spent way less money on.
Yeah, you can spend $15 at a garage sale and get something twice as better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can get like a 4K like 55-inch TV for like $200.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's insane.
And I know you know that because you deliver the shits.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Fucking Super Bowl season is the worst.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. That is actually when TVs are on sale the most, even more than Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a fun fact for you guys.
Well, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, you know, you factor that into it too. It's like people's home setups are a lot better now. Mm-hmm. Like I can remember where you would go to some people's houses, you would go and like obviously like it'd be like, yeah, they got a nice TV or whatever. But a lot of people, you know, they used to have the folding entertainment centers. You remember that?
Oh,
where like
yeah.
people would actually have their little tiny ass like 28 to 32 inch TV in a cabinet.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like out. You had to like open it up.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just not a thing. Everybody's got like a giant flat screen on the wall or whatever. And so it's just changed a lot of like how people consume their entertainment. You just got a better chance of having like a theater-like experience at home. But it's, as you said, nothing compares to that, like, you're in the theater experience when the lights are down and, you know, you got all your focus is on the giant screen. You can feel that sound hitting you. There really is nothing to compare with that.
Yeah, and I mean, not to get too lost in the sauce here, but man, that really is what it comes down to with filmmakers and the art of filmmaking.
Yeah.
You get some people like that who, whether it be intentional or not, like their craft is specifically seem to be made for the theater experience.
Yeah.
People like your Nolans or your Denis
Villeneuve.
I think you can throw... oh man, I'm trying to blank on his name. Black Panther, Sinners. Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, you can throw Ryan Coogler's name in that mix.
I was gonna say Marvel stamps that shit on anything, anything they can.
Oh, they'll put his name on any and everything.
Anything they can do.
Yeah. Well, we're 27 minutes into this thing.
That's right.
You can tell it's been a while since we've sat down and officially spoken to each other. Because somebody had to bring back COVID from Dragon Con. It was me. and what's crazy is like I got a book signed for a friend, and like that Monday I was like, yeah, I got tomorrow off. I really don't want to do shit tomorrow. So hey, do you want me to come by and bring you this book? And they were like, fuck yeah. So I went over there, gave him the book, gave him a big hug or whatever. And then like the next day I messaged him. I was like, hey, so you remember when I came over there yesterday? And then like, yeah, that next day they were sick. Oh, they got it.
Yeah. So I was like, you caught the full Dragon Con experience without even having to go. You got some loot from the con. You got a signing, and you got the con crud.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but because we were at Dragon Con, we actually missed one of the episodes of Peacemaker. So tonight we are here to review episodes 2 and 3, the combo for Peacemaker.
Absolutely. This is normally the part where I would ask you guys, do you really want to taste it? But that is not the case anymore. Caleb, first question off the bat. We're now 3 episodes deep. Has the new intro grown on you anymore yet? Are you feeling it, or do you really want to taste it? Did it set the bar too high for you?
You know, you actually, when we reviewed episode 1, you said, I got to give this intro some time and like really kind of let it sink in, and I don't feel any differently about it. I every time it comes on, I'll be honest with you, as of episode 4, I'm probably gonna start hitting the skip.
Really?
And I never skipped.
Yeah.
Do you want to taste it? Mm-hmm. Even when I rewatched season 1, I still didn't skip that shit. But I'm probably gonna start skipping.
So this is kind of an unfair question because it's impossible to answer completely, but if the intros had been switched, right? So for season 1, if we had gotten this new intro, how do you think you would feel? Like, do you think you would have still skipped it?
Yeah, I think I would have skipped it.
Okay.
There's certain show intros.
Yeah.
I never skip. Peacemaker season 1 now. Only season 1. Suits. I've never skipped a Suits intro. Not one time. Like the theme is too good. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
That was a banger.
I don't ever skip that shit.
Yeah.
If there weren't like 7 million episodes of Smallville, I probably wouldn't skip that one. Because like that shit was also really good. But yeah, there's just like I'm very much a skip the intro person, but with some exceptions of like I would never skip that intro.
For me, I would also have to throw in Cowboy Bebop, one of my favorite animes. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very curious to get to know your thoughts on the new intro. Now that we've had a few episodes for it to settle in.
What about you, man? Where's it at for you?
Admittedly, I don't like it as much as do you really want to taste it?
I wouldn't have changed that shit, man. I'm not. I decided though I'm not going to continue to deduct a whole point from every episode.
Good. Because I can see a universe where you do that.
Yeah. Where every episode I'm just like, well, you know what? This would have been a 9.9, but it's going to be an 8.9 because you changed the fucking intro. No, I deducted a point from episode 1. I feel like I've gotten my pound of flesh from James Gunn. You can't be perfect. You fuck up every now and then. From Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to now, you did pretty good, But everything in between that was great. But, you fucked up the intro to season 2 Peacemaker. It doesn't affect the show.
So, he was in an interesting predicament because on one hand, I do understand why he had to change it because the cast is different.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, do you just run it back like the same dance sequence with a slightly different crew?
I think it'd be fine to do a new dance. I think you change up the dance sequence every season,
but
you keep the song.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come out that there was like some legal reason they couldn't keep the song, and then I'm going to feel dumb. But they really should have just led with that. Like I feel like they should have put that out on the internet before the season started.
Yeah, if that were the case though, that's kind of an interesting dilemma. If it was like a rights issue, because Warner Brothers has a enormous music catalog.
Yeah, they probably own that shit.
Yeah,
they probably just straight own it
for sure. But let's talk about these episodes, man. Episode 2 is titled "A Man Is Only as Good as His Bird." I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll take it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really glad we're reviewing 2 and 3 together, because if we were just reviewing 2, I think I would be a lot more harsh on this episode because I feel like episode 1 set the bar pretty high.
Yeah,
and then I feel like episode 2 is not necessarily filler. It has moments that I would consider to be filler, but it's a lot of setup. It's like episode 1 was designed to be kind of bombastic, and because of that, like they now kind of have to slow it down a lot with episode 2. And to me, I mean, obviously the money shot here is the end sequence, but at the end of the day, like it's not essential to the plot of this, of the overall arc. And when you only have 8 episodes. And we're pretty certain the last 3 are going to be bangers. I mean, You're going to have to fill some stuff in somewhere, but I don't know. I feel like this episode is basically all character stuff, which is important.
Yeah. I'm with you. Episode 2, I dug it. Don't get me wrong. And it is actually about 10 minutes longer than episode 3, which is interesting. I think episode 2 clocks in somewhere between like 46 and 48 minutes, and episode 3 clocks in at like 38 to 40.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It is, especially since episode 3 seems to be like a bit more plot forward, and I think has a better pacing than episode 2.
The thing about episode 2 is just like I don't know if he was just so over the moon from the. He's talked at length about Superman, how, people say, well, what's the biggest risk that you took with the movie? and he's like, the two main characters in the superhero movie have a 12-minute conversation in the first act.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing that happens in a superhero movie. But the movie is so much better for it.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I could watch it over and over again because it's literally like 12 minutes of character acting.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And the exposition that they layered into that is so, like, masterful. I feel like it doesn't get its due, you know? I feel like it's really underrated for just how incredible that scene truly is. And I feel like maybe he thought he was doing that here because, like, there's the scene where Hardcore is in the, like, CVS or grocery store or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This scene is long as fuck. It goes on forever. And it's meant to show, like, her mental state and, like, where she's at as a character. But, I mean, it could be cut. We could cut 3/4 of it out. And it does the same thing.
Yeah. And it's just a different beast, right? Because Superman is a character-driven, heavy superhero movie that has comedic flares in it, whereas with Peacemaker, it is comedy forward,
Right.
and action forward that has, you know, also very powerful character moments in it.
Yeah.
And so, like, while that sounds like the same shit in reverse, it sounds like, you know, it sounds like building a sandwich backwards. Like, it should still be the same and taste the same, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's a lot of these, like, Vince Gilligan-esque lingering shots in this episode. Like, I mean, the whole thing of him, like, trying to, like, store the body in the very beginning. Forever. You know? You get that, like, that whole thing with, like, him taking the shower and all that stuff. Seems like it goes on and on and on. Same thing with Adebayo goes back to her ex's apartment.
Yeah.
This scene feels like forever. Whereas, you know, in the Clark and Lois scene, I never looked at my phone, never, like, checked the time. I've seen the movie several times now. And I'm always glued to that scene. Whereas, like, with this, it's like we got a lingering shot with Peacemaker. We got a long shot with Hardcore. Then we got a long shot with Ads. And it was just like all of them felt longer the further you went on with it. And, yeah, that's where it starts to feel like filler to me. Whereas, yeah, I'm not trying to say that the character moments aren't important. The character moments are often the only thing that's important. But you could have, I mean, I don't know how long these 3 segments of the episode are. I'm going to say 15 minutes. They feel like they're that long. You could have accomplished it in 6.
Yeah. I didn't dislike those scenes, but I was ready to kind of hit the gas on the plot some.
Yeah.
And to get to wherever we're going here. And at this point in episode 2, we kind of know where we're going with this season a little bit.
Yeah.
The parallel universe type stuff, and we can kind of see the end from the beginning here about how clearly at some point this shit's gonna blow up and Chris's face. It's just a matter of when and how.
And we kind of skipped over the actual opening scene here with John Economos and Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah.
And this is another kind of long shot, but this is here serving a purpose.
Yeah.
You get to see, you know, we already know that he got a hold of the file, but we get to see how he got a hold of the file and what that conversation was actually like and how, you know, Economos was trying to suck up to the new head of Argus. And, you know, we get to see that, you know, replay of that heart-wrenching fight between Rick Flag Jr. And Peacemaker from Suicide Squad. So that is there to, like, kind of fill in those gaps for us. And I really loved that opening scene. It's just that, you know, having, like, there's, like, 4 scenes in the first 15, 20 minutes of this episode. And that's a long time to sit on a scene.
It is, right? And this opening scene, I thought, needed every bit of screen time that it had for me. Yeah. And I guess because, like, this is such a tense and serious moment that kind of calls for it some. Especially since we know that this is going to blow up at some point.
Yeah. And then we get another long scene with Economos and Fleury Although this one, I was admittedly the most interested, I think, in this one out of the four kind of character, we're going in and checking in with all of our main cast. The Economos and Flurry scene was pretty good. What's that guy's
Tim Meadows?
name? Yeah. His like dry comedy gets me.
I am a fan of Tim Meadows.
Yeah. Of Mean Girls fame, both of them.
As far as like his character goes, I don't know how to take him right now, honestly. It's like I'm glad they got Tim Meadows for this type of role, because anyone else would have definitely sank in this position. At least in my eyes, they would. But Tim Meadows, like he knows how to play like an over the top, ridiculous role and do it with a straight face.
Yeah,
and that's what he's doing here. But shit like bird blindness, I thought that was just like a weird joke he threw out there. No, this motherfucker really has a condition where he can't tell birds from species of birds apart.
And I'll be honest, I was like, that shit's ridiculous from jump, right? But when at the end of the episode, when he's like, we're being attacked by a duck, I fucking lost it. Like, I thought it was really dumb up until that moment when I was like, okay, well now it's the juice was worth the squeeze.
I chuckled. I don't know if it was quite worth it for me to be like, you don't know that that's a fucking flying raptor and not a duck.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference between like a hummingbird and a bald eagle. Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you this much right now. If I walk outside and see a duck, I'm like, okay, whatever. I see y'all on the way to work all the time. If I walk outside and there's a fucking bald eagle, unless I think I can tame it, I'm going back inside the house.
Back inside, yeah. Because those things are fucking fierce.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. As we see in this episode, they're fierce. What do you think of Flurry as a character?
I don't know. Like, even obviously he's supposed to be this kind of like corporate kind of middleman, Argus agent, officer, whatever. Loyal to the office, but also kind of like that doesn't give a fuck attitude. He's obviously there to be a thorn in Economos' side, and also since they've, got Economos like clearly still with the 11th Street kids, like they've got to have somebody at Argus who's like the actual antagonist here. I don't know if he's going to serve the, overarching like season plot very well, but I mean he's a good side character.
I think he's entertaining.
Yeah, him giving out the nicknames and shit during the SWAT team assault was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because it's just so unnecessary and gratuitous.
Yeah. I really liked his ginger cool for Economos.
Cool. Yeah. Man, he just called the one girl titties.
Titties, yeah. And then in the third episode, too, where he's just like, that thing almost killed titties.
Yeah.
Fucking died.
Hey, Jesus Christ. The thing that I really want from his character is to he needs to do something to earn that position that he's in my book. Because right now, he doesn't necessarily seem super competent. And I just need to see him be really good at something that shows me how he has this fuck it all, I don't give a damn type attitude. Just this kind of flippant behavior towards everything, Well,
he does say bird blindness is his one weakness.
He does say that, which is a very specific weakness.
But he was very ineffective in the SWAT raid at the end of the at the end of the episode.
I'll be honest, like there was a point where I thought that maybe he was going to kill Eagly.
I thought so too.
Yeah. And I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I'll be honest, if he'd have like shot Eagly with like a rocket launcher or some shit and been like, I took down the swan, I probably would have laughed hysterically.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have laughed tears of pain and hilarity.
Yeah, I was like, they can't kill Eagly.
Right.
They can kill Crypto before they kill Eagly.
Don't say that around Kay.
I know. Not in like a level of effort sense either, because obviously it would be way easier to kill Eagly.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Economos is full of shit that he's just like, oh, he's just a regular eagle.
Yeah, I was like, bullshit.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I haven't met very many eagles in my life, but I can guarantee you none of them are like Eagly.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Eagly is a very specific eagle.
Yeah.
He has a specific set of skills. Mm-hmm. Whereas, a regular bald eagle, I don't think would have taken out a bunch of Argus agents.
Yeah. Yeah, who needs a guard dog when you have Eagly? Like, shit.
Yeah. I mean, the next best thing would be like a pair of polar bears.
Well, they are the most dangerous apex predator on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Superman should probably get some of those to guard the Fortress of Solitude. Lex Luthor probably would never been able to break in.
That's right, yeah. They don't give a fuck about no Ultraman.
You're right.
They'd be like, you're not Clark. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. They'll maul you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he had, I mean, to be fair, if he had some polar bear guards, I'm just saying, that movie would have been way shorter.
Shout out to John Peters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't wrong all the time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And also, let's be real. Does Superman really need to wear that suit and fly?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Okay, John Peters might have been wrong some of the time.
Yeah, I'm going to say like 99.87.
Yeah, like 99 point, round up to 100% of the time. Yeah. He was pretty wrong. Oh man, the party scene is it's kind of interesting where we get the crew back together again at Harcourt's rooftop, and they drank gratuitously, and the whole kind of point of this scene is A, to get the crew back together again,
right,
and B, to kind of further Harcourt's and Chris's relationship, or do the opposite of that. Something to drive Peacemaker towards the alternate universe again.
Also to get everybody away from the house so that the other scene can happen.
That part too, yeah. On Economos' part, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think of the scene?
I liked this scene, although I will admit that by the time this scene came on, I'm like realizing that it's winding down the episode, right? And I'm like, this episode was a nothing burger compared to the first one. So, I mean, I get what they were doing here, and I do think it was an important episode. It very much felt like, butter scraped over too much bread. It was, like I said, I hate to call it filler because that makes it seem like the episode isn't relevant at all. That's not the case. But it was just very slow moving as far as like the actual plot of the season. I mean, everybody's thinking, okay, like he's going to take his doppelganger's place now that he's like offed him or whatever, and he's seeing that there's this universe where his dad's alive and his brother's alive and his dad's not a piece of shit.
Yeah. Or
at least not as much of a piece of shit, at least it seems like. But then we see none of that here. It's just a whole lot of, it feels like dragging their feet and kind of reinforcing what we saw in episode 1 as to where all these characters are at.
Yeah, there were certain things that I think for sure that could have been tweaked or maybe even fast forwarded just a little bit. This is very much a setup episode, and I think that the crucial parts of this episode are necessary for them to continue on, but I do agree they could have added something more of a flair to this to make it more interesting. Then again, it did help my viewing, like you said earlier, that I got to watch episode 2 and 3 back to back. Do we want to go ahead and score episode 2?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll let you go first on this one.
Yeah. I think I've just said everything I have to say about this episode. It's not bad. It's drawn out, and it's a lot of setup, and I feel like pretty much everything that they did in episode 1, as far as the characters and like showing us where those characters are at in their life, it's like in episode 2, they just try to run that back, but it's not as effective. I'm actually going to give this one a 6 out of 10.
Yeah. I'm not too far off from me, but I think I did enjoy just a little bit more than you did. The Rick Flag Senior stuff really stands out as a positive for me.
I agree.
And as ridiculous as Tim Meadows' character is, I still really enjoy seeing him on screen. And the attack from Eagly on those Argus agents was pretty darn cool to see.
It was awesome. Great action scene.
Yeah. But with that, man, like we already discussed, this episode is for me just a little off put on the pacing, and we are kind of retreading things that we established in episode 1 in terms of where the characters are at and how they feel. And I mean, honestly, it is kind of just the same thing. Like, they all feel like shit, and like they're all in shitty positions, you know, except for Vigilante. But who the fuck knows what's really going on with him?
Yeah.
But I give this episode a 7 out of 10.
Give it to Vigilante. He is consistent.
He is very consistent with his version of psychopathy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is he a fucking sociopath? Absolutely. Probably a straight up lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Is he also a moron? Also, yes.
Yeah.
But he is consistently all those things.
And dangerous. Like, he is equal parts sociopath and moron and dangerous, and that is a terrible combination.
Yeah. How many people have you killed? How many is a shit ton?
It's a valid question.
Yeah. This is a valid question.
Yeah, because I don't know.
So, going into episode 3, man, we kind of get the aftermath of episode 2 here at the beginning. Well, actually, we got to run it back. We got another flashback to open this one up.
We did.
And this was something that I think a lot of people anticipated. Full spoilers, by the way, at 51 minutes in. But episode 3, we get the return of Joel Kinnaman.
Yes.
As Rick Flag Jr., because in this world, in this section of the multiverse, on this Earth, Chris didn't kill him.
Mm-hmm. And but it confused me for a second because it said 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When we got that. And it took me a while to put together that, okay, they mean like 3 years ago and this parallel universe, not 3 years ago and the mainstream universe.
Yeah, I think people will be confused about that until later on in the episode.
Yeah.
Because I think they need to start like actually designating it. Okay, this is Earth 7 or however they want to do it, because it's the same characters and whatnot, so it's kind of jarring,
It's very jarring, right? And like from the get-go in that scene, the thing that kind of tipped me off, or at least had me thinking, like, did they fuck up? Was
right.
when Rick mentioned, or they mentioned that he was in a relationship with June, and I was like, okay, well, they had to mean June Moon, who was the Enchantress, and I was like, but I don't remember them being in a relationship,
right,
in either of the movies. She's dead in the second one. And then they said 3 years ago, and I was like, man, but 3 years ago, yeah, she would have been dead.
Right, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, something's wrong here. But then I was like, okay, so this is a different universe.
So, on that, I read this theory earlier that's fucking hilarious, where it's like in The Flash, Barry reboots the DC universe, but in doing so, he sends all of the DCEU characters to the Batman and Robin universe. And that's why George Clooney is there at the end.
Oh, no.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
Holy shit. Oh, well, those Schumacher characters don't stand a fucking chance with Batfleck.
No, they really don't. No.
Oh, no. Like, one fucking ice pun and he's killing Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. Well, it kind of looked like maybe that Batman had cleaned Gotham up a lot,
Yeah.
And it had been a minute, so.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I mean, those glow stick motherfuckers are really out of luck.
Oh, they're going to get so fucked up.
They're going to get beat horrendously with those glow sticks.
Absolutely. Right. They're only saving great. Well, no, never mind. I was going to say, like, if Chris O'Donnell is alive and like, and Batfleck can look at him and be like, that's Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
And then maybe he'll calm down.
Maybe.
But if Clooney is in the DCEU universe, then
we don't know where Batfleck is.
We don't know where he is, no. But I'm saying, like, who's to say that Chris O'Donnell, Robin, isn't also in the DCEU?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. These are the things we don't know.
Yeah, folks. We just don't know. Yeah. And I hope that they never try to answer these for us.
The title of this episode is Another Rick Up My Sleeve.
Yeah, which I thought was cool. The episode titles have been really telling. Mm-hmm. I actually really liked this episode a lot. Yeah. We got back to the main plot. He goes back over to the other universe. We get to see him interact with Keith a bunch more. We find out he's got a motherfucking peace cycle, which was sick.
Bro, he's got missiles on his peace cycle.
That's right.
How many missiles do you have on your motorcycle?
I don't even have a motorcycle.
Oh, well, shit. There you have it.
No, or missiles.
Yeah.
And I also don't have anything that's, like, named after me.
You don't have a Caleb
I don't have, like, a Caleb mobile or a Caleb cycle or a Caleb wing.
Well, we got to get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. This episode I thought was definitely a kick in the ass in the right direction.
Oh, for sure. And we got a fucking sweet, like, John McClane-esque, like, Die Hard scene as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting to think about this parallel universe. It seems like everything here is better except for their Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like, their Peacemaker. Well, the only reason why, like, our Peacemaker is better is because he had to go through some shit.
Yeah.
And grow and learn. This Peacemaker never did.
Yeah, this Peacemaker seems like he might have been like a spoiled bitch.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas like our Peacemaker has been through tremendous amounts of trauma to the point where he probably needs about 6 decades of therapy.
Yeah.
He has been through so much shit. And so, yeah, he's just like, oh, these are just some guys? All right, well, I'll go in there. And they're like, he motherfucker don't have a suit. It's like, okay.
Right.
I mean...
Man, so...
He fought Starro, okay?
He did, yeah. He fought Starro. Yeah. This interdimensional room that Peacemaker's dad built, right? That, like, the doorway from one universe to the next. I understand we're playing fast and loose with this.
Yeah, because, like, how come the dad in the other universe doesn't know about the door?
Do we even know if the dad in Universe Prime knows about that? That there's another door that takes him to another universe?
I mean, I'm assuming that he does.
I don't know.
Well, because also when we do know that the dad has to know about it because the other, like, the dad in, I'm just going to call it fucking Earth 2, even though it's not.
Yeah.
In that universe... He had the helmets set up the same way that the helmets were in here in the Prime universe. So, like, that dad in the other universe is still alive, still has to know about it because he's going in here and putting the helmets in there. Clearly,
yeah. I guess, yeah. It's just it seems like these doors just weren't that far apart. Like, I get that, like, this void where, like, they store all their equipment seems to be, like, this vast place.
Yeah.
But, man, it seems like he just kind of looked up one day and saw a door, like, 20 feet away.
As Mr. Terrific said, this is why you don't build no damn pocket universe.
Right. I'm going to need my Mr. Terrific spinoff ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, for
the show just needs to be called Terrific.
Yeah. Okay, so in this pocket universe, or in Earth 2, as we will call it, because they haven't named it yet.
Right, yeah.
So in Earth 2, I do wonder, do we have a name for Keith's superhero character yet?
Yeah, Triumph.
Triumph, okay.
Which is interesting because in apparently the Triumph is based off of like an old comic book character.
Of course.
And it's like, I think there's like 2 twins and like one of them dies, but like his like soul inhabits the body of the other one. So it's basically like a fusion type situation in like the original Triumph character. So it's interesting that like they chose that for Keith.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
A little telling too.
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, it's hard to say because we're only 3 episodes in. How do you think things go for Keith in the long run?
I think that Keith has a good chance of being the villain.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I can completely see a situation where, like, Rick Flag Sr. follows him here, and then maybe Keith, like, comes over to the main universe and finds out that he killed his brother.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and their dad.
Yeah. Yeah. And he is definitely not going to, like...
And his... Yeah.
He killed his Chris.
Yeah.
And then in this universe, he killed... Keith and the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could completely see a Triumph versus Peacemaker fight at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a really good call.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
I did call that Matt Murdock and Kingpin shit like a year and some change before the show came out.
So, yeah, with Keith here, he seems to be like such a loving brother of sorts.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking, how many red flags would there have to be for you to look at me and wonder if I'm a clone or like a replicant or something?
Well, if I came over here and you asked me to use my car, that would be a red flag. Because I'd be like, well, how the fuck did you get here? You know?
And that could be a 1,000 reasons. You know, my car could have been broke down.
Also, like, if we came in here and sat down and you were like, hey, man, you mind operating the board today?
That could be like, you know, there's going to be moments again where I'm not present. And
I feel like I would know real quick, actually. Because the thing is, we have extensive conversations a lot, and a lot of them are self-referencing.
That's true.
And as soon as like you didn't get some shit, I'd be like,
yeah, that is true. Especially like if the media is different from the universe that like my clone comes from, you know.
Yeah, because like what was it? The Kardashians don't exist in the other universe.
Yeah,
he did say everything was better there.
He did, and wasn't lying.
Also, we didn't talk about this. I think on our last episode, but. Fucking James Gunn really hates Jared Leto a lot.
I think we mentioned it briefly.
Okay.
On the episode. Yeah.
Well, I'm just reinforcing that now.
Yeah, and he's got no bare bones about it either.
No, and I mean I'm with him, but I think it's hilarious.
Holy shit!
He's just very publicly like, "Fuck you, dog."
There is no Morbius or Leto Joker or 2.
Yeah. What do you think about Harcourt in this in the alternate universe Harcourt?
I mean, she's definitely more put together.
Oh God, yeah. Not that bar is in hell, you know.
Right.
I was really taken aback by like the kind of nerdy Rick Flag Jr., you know.
Yeah, Rick Flag Jr. really kind of that shit threw me off because I was like, oh man, it's so good to see Rick Flag Jr. again. And then I was like, this guy's kind of he's kind of a weeb. He's kind of he's what do you call a dork and a dick? A drick.
A drick?
Yeah.
No, a dirk. I don't know.
Yeah, but whatever that combination of words.
Well, you already said he was a weeb, so
yeah.
I'm sorry, Dylan. That wasn't it. But I'm just saying, man, this motherfucker definitely has like a Full Metal Alchemist poster, you know?
Yeah, and unironically, right? Like he looks at the Gomer Pyle character, the Vincent D'Onofrio character, and he's like, he was on to something.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he just he just seems like kind of the worst. Like he is, I don't even want to say overprotective of his relationship with Harcourt, but he's just downright paranoid. And I mean, he's got some reason to be.
Yeah, I mean, this, like, honestly, the scene of, like, Chris and Harcourt sitting there together talking was such a great scene because that scene is actually showing us the differences between the two Peacemakers in a very eloquent way. It was a lot more like the Clark and Lois talking scene from the movie than any of the stuff in the previous episode.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a good scene when they were just at the park talking. That was way too much mustard on that hot dog. I couldn't have eaten that.
Right, yeah. Also, if you're going to strap yourself up with explosives, you got to be careful.
You have to be careful, man. You know, you know how, like, you probably heard the expression, if you're committing a felony, don't commit a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
You know, that's how so many people get caught with drugs, whatever. Like, they run a red light or they're speeding, and then they get pulled over, and bam, there's a mountain of cocaine back there.
Right.
Well, yeah, if you're on your way to commit mass genocide, don't be in a hurry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it reminded me of when they killed Black Mask in Birds of Prey or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that dude just got obliterated.
I forgot everything about that movie.
Yeah, I actually saw it in a reel the other day where they showed the Black Mask scene because it was like, man, why the fuck they clowning on Black Mask? It was like the only good thing in this movie. And that's all I remember is that Ewan McGregor killed it as per usual.
Yeah, yeah.
I've basically forgotten that entire film, though, thankfully. I'm very happy for that. And no, I don't wish to be reminded.
Yeah, people forget that, like, Margot Robbie, like, she was in quite a few DC films.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were like, this is all we got.
Yeah.
So we just got to just market the fuck out of this.
Right.
Whereas, like, they tried to put Diana in stuff, and, like, Gal Gadot couldn't even be bothered to be on set.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you remember in Shazam 2,
yeah,
where it's very evident that she was never there.
Yeah.
And then also, I think in The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all her scenes, like, there's no one else in the shot. And it's always like, you know, it's like Batman looking up at Diana pulling the lasso or whatever. You know, like, it's always like some superimposed bullshit.
Yeah, it was probably like easier for Affleck and everyone else to act if she wasn't there.
Oh God,
Kal-El, no. I'm sorry, Gal. We love you.
Oh yeah, I really don't actually. It's just him. I actually think you can't act at all. It's kind of like it's like a Israeli Daisy Ridley. Anyway.
God damn it, Caleb. Now that's going to be our next Wonder Woman.
Oh, dog. Like, if they cast her as Wonder Woman, I'm out. Like, I don't give a fuck how good Superman is or any of the other stuff. I would lose my mind. I actually saw a casting the other day for who they, I think, are actually looking at. And it was an amazing casting, but I lost it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't Daisy, huh?
No. I said amazing.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
I don't know that I've ever said amazing and Daisy Ridley in like the same subject, unless I was like, it's amazing how they keep casting.
Holy shit!
I did actually at DragonCon, and I definitely haven't said this shit. I saw a Rey cosplay that was so good that I was like, this is actually really great. But I mean, it was full tilt. Like, she had the full outfit, she had the legit staff, and she had like a damn near fully functional BB-8 with her.
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
You gotta get that prop.
I was like, I gotta give it up for that. That's the first fucking Rey cosplay where I've ever been like, okay. I was like, the level of effort on this, that they probably could have just cast you in the movie. I mean, it probably would have. Yeah, it could have been any worse. Shit.
Not to derail us completely here, but has there been any motion on the next Rey movie? When they're still working on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they announced it at Star Wars Celebration like 4 years ago. And then I think the lukewarm reception in the room where like no one fucking clapped. I'm like, okay. If you can't get the people who flew from all over the world to be in that room excited, you're not going to get the people out here to go watch it. And I think somebody at Disney not Kathleen Kennedy, realized that and was like, maybe we don't do that.
Yeah, someone probably said, hey, how much money have we lost?
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, you were not at the Star Wars panel, right?
No.
I can tell you right now, John Boyega is insanely loved. Like, the reception for him and, like,
I bet.
Pretty much every person that asked a question or came up to the mic was just like, you were the best thing about the prequels, or the sequels. That sentiment was even echoed by the people on the stage, the other panelists, the other cast members. There is like 0% chance that Disney will put him in anything.
Yeah. I mean, because he was honest.
Yeah, because he was honest, exactly. Yeah. And because, you know, he called them out for the racist bullshit that they did. Where, you know, they, like, took him off the Force Awakens poster to market it in countries where, you know, they're, like China and whatnot. And I'm just like, come on, man. But, yeah, I mean, he's done as far as Disney. And I don't he's also said he wouldn't go back if they asked him.
Yeah, and that's why I was so surprised to see that he was going to be at Dragon Con and on a Star Wars panel, no less. You know?
It was so evident that he was, and we're Dragon Con reviewing again, but it was so evident that he was feeling like the love from the fans. Mm-hmm. I think he kind of like Hayden Christensen, because Hayden Christensen didn't go to any of those kind of things for a very long time. I think he has sort of separated the toxic fandom and all of the bullshit that, like, the corporate bullshit that he went through making the film. I think he's been able to separate that from the, like, very genuine love and respect that the audience has for him and his performance. And I was very happy to see that. And he was just such a cool guy too.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I really wish I could have gone to that one. You know, if nothing else, for him and Sam Witwer would have been.
Sam Witwer was off the chain.
Oh, I bet.
And he pitched a spinoff where, like, Darth Maul is Finn's dad. And it became this whole ordeal.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Yeah, speaking of ordeals.
Speaking of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
We get this cool-ass Die Hard scene where Chris goes through the building with, like, an axe and some random other shit and just does all these really brutal kills.
Yeah, he murderizes these people. And it was so funny, right? Because for a split second, they almost make you forget that he's still a psychopath.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, he doesn't, like, Batman or Daredevil take these guys down. No, he just murders them.
Yeah. In excessively creative ways.
Yeah. I think these guys were the Sons of Liberty. They are an actual group in the comics. Just kind of your paramilitary, want to overthrow the government, but in the bad kind of way type of people.
Yeah.
You know? And apparently in this universe, and I do wonder, because James Gunn chose to use the Sons of Liberty, I wonder if things aren't as good as they seem in this universe, if there's something that's terribly wrong that we don't know about yet.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. I think there's definitely going to be something like that. And I think it would be really crazy if they used, like, a super well-known character to have them be villainous in this. And, like, people keep thinking that, like, and insinuating and theorizing that, what if it's Batman? And I'm like, holy shit, you know, that would just really be something, especially if he has Dick Grayson with him. If it's like a fucking Owlman and whatever his Robin would be.
Would that be? No, not Dove. I don't know. Fuck it. Just call him Talon.
Yeah.
He's got the quarter vowels.
Owlman and Right Wing.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's tremendous. That's too good. Fuck.
That's for free, James Gunn.
Oh shit.
For making a great Superman movie.
That yeah. God damn.
He's got, like, a live interview with Tucker Carlson going while he's whooping your ass.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Holy shit.
This man quotes Alex Jones seriously.
Yeah, while he's beating the shit out of you. Yeah. That would be so nuts, right? If like this universe has like an evil, like it could literally be Earth 2 and have the crime syndicate, but if that was the case, there's no way that like this like trio or whatever could be like in the paper doing all this shit. Like the crime syndicate would have killed them a long time ago.
It would have wiped out everyone.
Yeah. But we do know, not to get too much into the theorizing yet, we do know that these last 3 episodes are so spoilery that even the press didn't get to screen them. And a lot of people have said, okay, James Gunn might, what if he unveils the DCU Batman? Like, they've already been cast, and they, like, show up in this or whatever. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. Yeah. For a couple of reasons. Number one, this is an insanely rated R, damn near rated X fucking project. So if it gets all over the internet that fucking the DCU's Batman is in it, then you're going to have a bunch of like 11-year-olds and shit that are going to flock to try to watch it. And that's going to be problematic. So it can't be that, but they could absolutely have like an Earth 2 Owlman situation.
And that would be fucking nuts.
Yeah. I don't think Peacemaker stands as much of it. He better fucking bring Eagly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
At a bare minimum.
Yeah, go get the Justice Gang.
Yeah, the whole gang. Yeah, and you probably Guy is probably not going to go for it.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, no.
Yeah, if you can find Mr. Terrific and tell him that is, fucking interdimensional portal bullshittery. Yeah. He might reluctantly go deal with it.
Yeah, I think what he's going to do, though, is he's going to wait until, like, he sees how the fight goes. And if, like, you start losing, he's closing that portal.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, no.
Yeah, no. 100%.
But, yeah, actually, just get Superman.
Yeah. Well I don't know if Superman. Well, Superman might go for it, but after the shit that Peacemaker said about him.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Also, like, I have a feeling Owlman probably got some shit for him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He probably got like a full suit of like kryptonite shit.
Right.
He got like a kryptonite suit, a kryptonite batarang.
Yeah, like the whole kryptonite drip. He probably got all of that.
Yeah. He's got like that sticky grenade launcher from the Dark Knight, but it's kryptonite.
It's kryptonite, of course. He got all that shit. He's like a Kryptonian. I haven't seen one since I killed them, years ago.
Yeah. He did some like fucking chemtrail shit where he like laced kryptonite into the Earth's atmosphere.
Right. He had like a giant telescope and he used it to like make the sun red.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got all kinds of shit. He's like, oh, like it turns out in Earth 2, like Bruce Wayne blew up Krypton. It wasn't Zod or any of that.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne was like, nope.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of that.
Yeah.
There we go.
He was just, casually out with his telescope at the age of like 6 and was like, oh, fuck that. And he built a planet-destroying nuke and just sent it across the galaxy.
Goddamn. The brilliance, though, of, like, I mean, we're just speculating.
We're just fucking around here.
Yeah. But the brilliance of using Owlman in this TV show is that A, obviously it's a different universe. The Owlman comes from a different universe. And also B, Owlman isn't even Bruce Wayne. So he wouldn't be pigeonholed into being like, yeah, this is Bruce Wayne. No, this is, like Thomas Wayne Jr. or whatever,
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I also brought up in the first episodes, like, it could be Flashpoint Batman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could be Thomas Wayne. 100%.
Absolutely.
That would be something crazy, for them to just do something like that. But it has to be something related to Gotham because they just keep dropping these little
and Blood Heaven.
Blood Heaven.
I hate how they say that.
I really hate that shit too. I'm glad they didn't say that shit in episode 3.
They name dropped Metropolis, I think in episode 3 as well.
Yeah, because they talked about the Superman incident.
Yeah.
I love that, like, that's what it's called or whatever. Or the Lex Luthor incident.
Right. The harem incident.
Yeah. One ribbon I really regret not getting from Dragon Con is There's one that said, I joined Superman's harem and all I got was this ribbon.
I think they got off good then.
Yeah. Yep. Probably so.
Yeah, you don't want that super dick.
No. Definitely not.
Yeah, but Peacemaker, he's able to like dismantle the Sons of Liberty, and he's able to defuse the bomb, and yeah, like Keith comes in. At first I didn't know what hit the helicopter.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, like a new villain has arrived.
Right.
He certainly didn't give a fuck about those guys.
Absolutely not.
Or where that helicopter landed.
Yeah, gave zero fucks about any of that.
This motherfucker belongs in the Zack Snyder universe. It's Henry Cavill as Ultraman.
Oh, that'd be heat.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
I'm down for that. I mean, they'd be fucked, but I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like out of the two Supermen, and like this argument's all over the internet, so we don't have to have it here. Out of the two Superman, I vastly prefer the David Cornsweet version. But who would win in a fight? No, dog.
Yeah, we just saw, what one version of Ultraman did.
Yeah. Henry Cavill Superman would absolutely wipe the floor with probably all the other versions of Superman.
Yeah, including Christopher Reeve, and he ran around the earth and around time.
Yeah, this motherfucker fucked on Steppenwolf like he wasn't even there.
Oh yeah. God, I love that fight scene.
Yeah, just
he beat the shit out of Steppenwolf.
Yeah, just start breaking his horns off and shit like he was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take body parts.
They're like, Superman, keep him busy until the Flash does his thing. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know I was fighting anybody until just now.
Why ain't come get me sooner?
Yeah, we tried.
Oh man. Yeah, so Peacemaker, he's feeling like a hero here. People love him and respect him, and things are going well with him and Harcourt. And she's probably gonna leave the fuckboy version of Rick Flag Jr.
Yeah, right. I mean, it'd be hilarious if like he's the villain again and like he kills him again.
That's a strong possibility.
Yeah, because he definitely seems like he's got a screw loose.
Oh yeah. Yeah, something's wrong with him.
He's got massive insecurity issues at a bare minimum.
Yeah.
But like, I obviously like the Peacemaker that didn't have trauma, shocking, was a huge douchebag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a pill popping douchebag.
Oh my God, there was a lot of pills in there.
Right. I was like, shit, what all he got in there?
It's really funny because, at Dragon Con we like to get a little lit. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I keep a little something to like, just add to the party. And like I'm pulling these little alcohol bottles out of my book bag, and I had my panic attack meds in there, and I like pulled that shit out by accident. And Kevin was like, "Whoa, dog, what we doing here?" And I was like, "No, I just had these on me." Like,
I'd be like, "Shit, we at Dragon Con, dog. Go ahead and pass them out."
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, that's a good way to miss about 16 hours of your con, actually. But fucking Earth 2 Peacemaker here seems like his piece might come out of these bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you said earlier, he just seems like a real kind of dick bag.
Oh yeah.
But he's super dead now, so we don't have to worry about that no more.
That's true. Yeah,
I'm sure that won't come up ever again.
Those fucking razor blades or whatever that he had were nuts, right?
Yeah. They like kind of tracked them down.
Yeah, it just kind of dug into him.
Yeah, like kept spinning. Fuck that. Oh. Yeah. Peacemaker should probably look more into that arsenal that he now has access to.
Yeah, at a bare minimum, grab that jetpack.
Oh, definitely get the jetpack.
Because he wouldn't have to do all that fucking parkour bullshit.
Yeah. But we don't know if he knows how to use a jetpack. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, how hard could it be?
Yeah, it's a jetpack. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think about the logistics of it. Yeah, the way things look now, man, he is living it up in this universe because he's on the way to getting the girl. He and his brother are doing great. Dare I say things seem too good in this universe.
Yeah, I mean, back in the other universe, like pretty much everybody's like either hungover or vigilante. Also, they got what's his fuck back?
Yeah, judo master.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He's a fucking psychopath.
Absolutely.
Worse than vigilante.
Yeah.
He is an absolute psychopath. And then it was like John Economos is doing worse than anybody because he's like passed out in the tub. You know his back gonna feel terrible.
Oh yeah.
And vigilante just took his pants off.
You can't just end the statement right there.
Well, that's how they ended the episode.
I'm aware, but
if James Gunn can do it,
the thing about Economos is that like he is going to have another crisis similar to what he did in season 1, where he's gonna feel like he's betraying his friends, and
right.
he should.
Yeah.
You know, he's at a point now where he knows that this fuck shit is going down with Rick Flag Sr. and with Flurry and with Argus, and he's not telling anyone, you know? And yeah, shit's gonna come home to roost. What's interesting is that, like, at the end of episode 3, it looked like Argus was going back to Peacemaker's house to fucking kill Eagly.
Yeah, with a full tilt team. And we finally got, what's his name? Michael Rooker has showed up.
Yeah.
As the great Eagle Slayer.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
And all other eagles in the nearby vicinity.
No.
They're like, no, just this one eagle.
Damn.
I hope Eagly just isn't even there.
That would be great.
I hope Eagly just like flew off.
Eagly has like a bunch of fucking Batman slash Kevin McAllister style Home Alone traps.
How do you think the second assault on the Peace Pad is going to go?
Well, it looked like also Peacemaker was going back home.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's going to walk straight into some bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I think that shit's really going to hit the fan. And in episode 4, we're probably going to get like a full-out assault. And hopefully Eagly makes it out, but he might not.
That would be crazy. I think people would be so upset.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like Chris himself would be super upset.
Yeah. But think about it. That would be like the last thing that kind of tied him to that universe.
Yeah. You know, with we've seen footage of like Rick Flag Jr. confronting him. I wonder if like he's gonna get brought in by Argus for questioning, and like that's when that's gonna happen.
I want to see a confrontation between Rick Flag Sr. and that version of Junior.
Oh my God, yeah. But we only got 2 more episodes before we get into the real crazy shit, because apparently the last 3 are gonna be nuts.
Yeah. So I'm hyped.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the show has been really entertaining so far. Some of it is kind of all over the place, but I think that's by design, right? It was always going to be chaotic, and like season 1 kind of was too. James Gunn, I think, is really enjoying like keeping everybody guessing and like the discourse on the internet. It's pretty crazy that we're going to be well into like damn near November, I think, when the season ends.
Wow, that does seem wild.
And we got 5 more weeks left.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, I guess so. Man, here's what I know, right? It's that, like, I might have set myself up for disappointment, but listen, James, Mr. Gunn, whatever you prefer to be called, at some point in time, we need to see Snowflame.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
I don't know who you get for it. There's plenty of people in Hollywood who have a lot of experience with cocaine, you know? So you can find somebody who can just make a perfect Snowflame, put him in Peacemaker. If you got to save him to season 3, I reluctantly understand. However, I need Snowflame.
It needs to be Aaron Paul.
He can't keep
getting away with it.
Oh, that would be amazing. Holy shit. Oh, man.
Or Bryan Cranston would be amazing as Snowflame. Or, they could just go a completely different route and get, like, Rob Lowe or like Charlie Sheen or somebody like that.
Wow. Oh boy. And here's the thing, right? You know that James Gunn is well aware of Snowflame and has thought about this character.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He's gonna put him somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't wait for that.
It needs to happen, James Gunn. Make it happen.
Make Snowflame happen. All right.
I mean, Kevin Feige said no cocaine, but you don't have to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. that was Marvel, you know? So, we can make it happen.
Since we're talking about this, did you see where Kevin Feige like kind of reviewed Superman or whatever?
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. He couldn't even talk any shit. He was like, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
He was like, I really like how they just kind of like threw you out there and just assumed that you know everything. I'm like, yeah, man, maybe, you know, you should stop treating your audience like 30 movies in. You can stop treating your audience like they're stupid as fuck.
Oh, man. I don't want to, derail us here yet again. Just speaking of Marvel, have you seen the trailer for Marvel Zombies?
No, I have not. I really don't care about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I knew that you were really looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to it about like I'm looking forward to Aztec Batman.
God damn. well, maybe this will help you out a little bit. We finally get Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Oh, hey, you know what? There we go. I'll take it. That's awesome. Isn't Kamala Khan also supposed to be in it?
Was she in the trailer? She might have been. Yeah,
because know that'll get me to the dance.
Yeah. Obviously Spider-Man was in it. I'll be honest, man. They are going full tilt, like super R-rated action with this.
Well, I'm sure we're gonna review it, so
we will.
It's the thing. I'll have to watch it whether I want to or not.
That's right.
Here we are. I'll be like, yeah, man. So I'm almost done with Doomsday Clock, and we really need to. I am really enjoying that shit. I'm really hyped about reviewing that now.
Oh, nice. So. Where are you in that?
I'm like right at. I haven't read any more since last I talked to you, so I'm like right at the point where spoiler. Ozymandias and Rorschach are in the DC universe, and Rorschach went to go sneak into the Batcave.
Yeah,
and Ozymandias like broke into LexCorp.
Yeah, that was all great.
Yeah, I honestly, from the button all the way to where I am, it hasn't really missed.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised at how good it is.
It's really good.
Because the writing team and the art team obviously is way different than the original Watchmen, and the way that they like have captured the characters, I think it's tremendous. I mean, it's just it's really spot on.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like they were able to take the feel of the Watchmen and they kind of like apply it, like that same kind of tension that's in the air in the Watchmen. They put that in the DC universe with like the whole fear of like the Superman theories, where they're calling it, and like where these superheroes manufactured, and so it's really cool. Also, imagine being Batman and like you just had another shitty night of fighting crime. You're like, man, this sucks, but at least I get to go home and eat some pancakes that Alfred made.
And then you just find this fucking hobo has broken into your house,
snuck into the Batcave,
snuck into the Batcave, and ate your goddamn pancakes.
And he's rambling like a lunatic, and you're like, I am entirely too tired to beat his ass right now.
Now, has if this is a spoiler, just tell me it is. Okay. But have the events in the button already happened before this point where he breaks in?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
Oh man, well with that we should go ahead and score episode 3 of Peacemaker.
Yeah, before we turn this into yet another thing. You have to forgive us, folks. We have been holding this in, all this stuff, for a while.
Long while.
I cannot wait to come on here and do the Dragon Con review. Yes. I went first on episode 2, so you're up.
Episode 3 was a hoot and a half. It had laughs, it had action, it had like character developments. It had really strong pacing. Like, my only complaint, if I can really call it that, for episode 3 is that it is the shortest episode so far, and by a pretty good amount. I mean, I'm not gonna seriously draw back from episode 3 because of that much, but at the same time, sometimes more is more.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, like, with how this season is progressing and with the premise rolling along the way it is, I'm really having a blast with this show. Episode 3 got us back on track, where episode 2 did kind of feel like a slowdown kind of setup episode. Episode 3, man, really just kind of course corrected in a great way. I'm going to give episode 3 an 8.8 out of 10.
I'm like right around there with you. I mean, honestly, you know, I say this often, especially when it comes to like streaming format stuff, that, you know, I think episodes 1, 2, and 3 could be 2 episodes, easily. It feels like maybe this is like 7 episodes of content, but they wanted 8 because it felt like a nice number and they could stretch out the, you know, subscriber numbers or whatever. But I understand they got to make their money too. I like this episode a lot more. It got me really excited for this week's episode. The wait in between these feels awful. Mm-hmm. It just feels crazy. I mean, to the point where I watched episode 2, I think, while we were still at the con.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just logged into HBO Max on my phone and watched it, you know. But yeah, I'm actually going to give this an 8.5. Really loved the humor, the action, the acting, the character work. You know, James Gunn is really good with his needle drops other than the intro. I said I was going to stop taking off points for that. So, yeah, man, I'm so excited to see where this goes.
Yeah. Well, we got some wild theories. Some of them are more serious than others. Some of them involve maybe Keith being the bad guy.
Yeah.
And some of them are Owlman's going to show up and beat up Superman.
Yeah. Owlman and Right Wing.
Yeah, Owlman and Right Wing. That's right.
They're
his
evil.
trusty sidekick.
His trusty evil sidekick.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and theories between that as well. So we'll see what's gonna happen. I can't wait for like the Pleasantville lenses to fall, and for us to finally see what's really going on in this season. What if it's like this? What if I mean, this really isn't that far fetched, but like so far, it seems like Keith and like the dad in this universe, they seem really well put together, and like, you know, people adore them and love them. What if they're just like fucking like well put together lunatics who are doing some real fucked up shit?
Yeah. Like that Chris, like in this universe, even Chris, like the one that is from here, didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
I could easily see Keith being into that, or the dad, or I can easily see fucking Rick Flag Jr. being into some fuck shit.
Yeah.
It's really anything. And then here's the other thing. We don't know what Rick Flag Sr. is up to in this universe.
Yeah.
He could be a motherfucking lunatic.
Right. You have to think, like, is there an Amanda Waller in this universe? And what is she up to? Well, there's got to be, right? Because
Argus is a thing.
Argus is a thing. And also Rick Flag Jr. in this universe said that he's about to go to Court Maltese, right?
Court Maltese, yeah.
Maltese, yeah. So, I mean, he's got to be taking a team there.
It's just Starro again. It's another villain. Starro is going to be the villain again.
Well, he might win.
Starro is a fucking horrifying villain.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I still can't believe that we got Starro before we got Lex Luthor.
That it.
Oh, wait.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I said what I said.
You said what you said. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Shit, we got Starro before we got a proper Joker.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, you know.
We still ain't got a fucking Reverse Flash.
Oh, man.
I saw a panel over the weekend where it was actually the cast of The Flash.
Like TV show?
The TV show. And they had like all the different, like pretty much all the A-listers, you know. Mm-hmm. And somebody came up and it was Grant Gustin and the guy that played Reverse Flash. I can't remember his name. And this little kid comes up and he's like, if the two of you could be cast as anything in the DCU, in James Gunn's DCU, like, what would it be? And they were like, The Flash and Reverse Flash. And I'm like, I'm fine with it.
Me too.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Grant Gustin is not the problem.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't remember that guy's name, but he did great as Thawne also.
Oh, yeah. He was great as Reverse Flash. No disrespect to the second guy that played Reverse Flash, but, like, I like the first guy more.
Yeah. The second one had the douchey face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, you could just tell, like, that guy, like, you just want to punch him in the face as soon as you see his douchey face. But the original actor, man, he encapsulated that, like, sociopath kind of just the level of petty and, like, the amount of planning that he would go to achieve said level of petty was just next level.
Yeah, he killed that.
Yeah.
And not to go back to, like, the many sins of the Flash movie, but if you're gonna do a loose adaptation of Flashpoint, like the loosest of adaptations of Flashpoint, right? I understand you wanted to distance yourself from the source material for whatever dumb reason, but you can't leave that plot thread there. Somebody killed Barry's mom.
Yeah.
They don't even address it.
Not at all.
I guess it was Barry's dad.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he was just a fucking murderer.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. We are very much looking forward to seeing the remainder of Peacemaker Season 2. Hopefully you guys are as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, we will not only have another episode of Peacemaker for you guys, but also we should have up our Dragon Con review.
Yes. We may be doing multiple of those. We aren't sure.
We aren't sure.
But we're going to talk about some Dragon Con one way or the other because, as you can see, we're dying to fucking talk about it.
Yes. He's wearing the shirt right now. I got the big-ass Pimp Cup here in my hand. It's a fun time.
I gotta bring
this shirt from Dragon Con.
Yeah, I gotta bring my dope ass hat that I got
for sure
when we do the Dragon Con review.
Yes, and I spent way too much money on dice when I said I wasn't gonna even buy any. So there we have it.
See, I wasn't there when you bought any of that shit, so I actually don't know about any of your loot that you got.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have to talk about all of that shit.
Absolutely.
I will say, the homie Lauren, if you guys are just really dying to know about how our Dragon Con went, the homie Lauren on YouTube over at Coffee and Lore, she actually dropped a Dragon Con review on Monday, and then she actually did a Dragon Con haul video today to show off all the stuff she bought. So she's like well ahead of us.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's killing us in the game right now.
But yeah, if you guys want to find out a little bit about how our Dragon Con went, you can go over to her channel. I'm sure she'd appreciate that, and check out her Dragon Con stuff. And then next week, we will tell you all about all the things that we did. And a bunch of super cool shit, and including all not Zack Snyder, but Scott Snyder, no relation, spoiling the fuck out of the Absolute Universe.
Good times among all. We got to hear more about that Star Wars panel.
Yes.
I'll tell you guys about the Christopher Judge God of War panel.
Yes.
The Boys panel as well. All really good stuff.
And I will not tell you guys anything about the Wind and Truth panel that I went to because it is way ahead of probably anyone who may be listening to this.
Well, there you have it, folks. We have all that coming for you guys and so much more. And yes, Doomsday Clock is on the way. OTW. That's going to be all for now, folks. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.